know what it is. It's them kids and wives and 925s, but we are still married to the games. Episode 329. Oh yeah, we about to get into a bunch of threes here in a couple weeks.
Merry New Year.
That'll be exciting. Yes, that's right. Ho, ho, ho. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Na, 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 na. No one knows the words to this song, but they know the tune.
Exactly.
You better sing it, Chris.
I don't know a single word from that song.
Santa is sitting back and having his eggnog and relaxing, and hopefully some elves are rubbing his
at the
feet
beach
or
right now,
something.
man.
Gross.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but he likes it. It's all about what Santa likes. Yeah,
That's
likes
true.
It. Mm-hmm.
He's having a white Russian. That's what he's having.
Exactly.
He's got to maintain that bowl full of jelly.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Man, it's your boy Gabe Patillo with Tim Router, Ed Placencia, and Chris McCracken, of course. And as always, we are talking games and life and games. Thank you guys so much for being here. It is 2019 up in this mug.
That's
yeah,
right.
it is.
I saw a meme the other day. I thought it was funny. It was like, doggone it, I messed up already. Well, 2020 it is. I was like, all right.
Yeah, right.
I'm down for that plan.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Router, how was your New Year and your after Christmas hangover and all that?
Oh man, yeah, there was some hangover moments. I forgot to tell you guys last week. I rear-ended my neighbor's car.
No, come on. It didn't snow here.
Dude.
We were
Like going out of your driveway or something?
Well, no. So Piper was at a play date over at our friends across the way, and our neighbors play with them as well. So we were over there, and they had their car parked in the driveway. I pull in, Lauren goes in, and I'm like, oh, that's right. I needed to get something in the back seat, and I forgot to put the car in park because the engine was running, and Lauren was just going to go in and get Piper, and I'm like at an angle. Fortunately, the driveway is at an incline a little bit, and their car was parked up a little bit on an incline. So I totally pulled this out. I get out, the car starts rolling. I go, no, and it just slow rolls up, pops the bumper up, and then I put it in reverse. It pops it out. So very little damage, which is nice, but it scraped up my bumper a little bit. Fortunately, I went in. I'm like, hey guys, I'm so sorry. I totally just had an old man moment and forgot to put it in park. And they're like, hey, don't worry about it. It's a company car. I'm like, sweet. All right, good. So I'm off the hook for them. So all I need to do is there's just some scrapes on the bumper. And so that was fun.
Fast forward 1 year when Tim gets a lawsuit.
I know, exactly, right?
No, they better not. They're my neighbors. I'll egg their house every day, all day.
I know, that's right.
So
I'll come
the
help.
old poop in the bag on the front porch.
I've been waiting to egg somebody in West Haven for so long,
brother. Now is your time. No,
oh my gosh,
they're awesome people, and their daughter and Piper play all the time, and they're very
yeah.
So.
Enough with that though. We egg their house or
well, yeah, we'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there. Once I get served, then we'll go. Along with that, my sweet daughter, so excited about her iPod Touch. We were leaving Auntie Pauline and Uncle Ponz's house. She trips and falls and cracks her iPod glass.
Yes.
So that happened.
Oh, you didn't get a case, huh?
No, she had a case.
No.
It
like
was
a cute case?
She had a cute case. I mean, it was still kind of puffy and everything,
such
but it was
case.
one of those like rock was just right at that perfect moment, like right at that angle, and boom, cracked the glass. So fortunately, I have Apple Care, and because I didn't initially, but when I went in, they're like, "Hey, you still have 30 days to do Apple Care. It would cost $129.
Otherwise,
I'm going to give you Apple Care for $50, and then come back the next day when it's all approved, and then we're golden." So all that to say, after 3 trips to Apple, she's getting a new iPod Touch, and it's not. And it's way less. They don't even replace the glass in the iPod Touches anymore. They just replace the actual iPod Touch. So she can still use hers now until it comes in, and once they call me and it's in, then we just swap out.
She can slice up her fingers until the new one shows up.
Yeah, she didn't slice up anything from the glass, but she definitely hurt. She scraped up her knee pretty good. I will say, man, my girl can take a hit though. She was like crying for a little bit.
Like that.
She's pretty good. She's pretty tough, but I mean, it was a little. There was a couple freak out moments, and then we're good. But once she saw the iPod,
it's
then
from
she
watching
got
all
really
the hockey.
Upset. Exactly.
Yeah, it
right.
It's like that's how they do it. I'm gonna do it better.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna let this round have it.
she's like, I'm going to cross-check this person right out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened. And then New Year's Day, so New Year's Eve, we had a few friends over and family, and then everybody left by midnight, and then that was it. So that was our New Year's. It was pretty restful. And then New Year's Day, we went over to my in-laws. We had leftovers, watched some bowl games, which was great. And then at like 1 o'clock in the morning, Piper decides to throw up in our bed.
No,
So
come on. Why is she in the bed?
What?
Yeah,
why is she in the bed?
Why is she throwing up? Sorry.
She just for the holidays, we've been snuggling and it's been fine.
The
and
White
like
Russians.
It's
all the White Russians.
It's like, I don't feel like walking
This
you
is a
up
new
the
family
stairs, baby
tradition.
girl.
You
Just
need to
jump
get used
in.
to this.
Oh my God.
You can thank Uncle Gabe for this, baby.
Yeah, exactly. She's cursing me out.
No, not at all.
Doggone him. Puh, puh.
I did send her a box of red wine and cauliflower. For Christmas.
You did.
I don't think that had anything to do with it.
So the joke's on me. That all came back to haunt me. I
Let's
felt
be a
bad for her,
router
but
up in
she
here.
was just. Fortunately, it's not a bug or anything. She's been fine all day today. It was just something she ate, and that was it. So that was fun. So after all that, when's 2020 coming?
I know that's right. Yeah, y'all started off on the wrong foot.
Exactly. Wow. No, it's all good. And that is, of course, Piper's topic of the week is the new year. We're all excited for it. We still don't go back to school until this coming Monday, which is nice. So we still have some family time.
Is it?
We went. I mean,
Is it nice?
I'm with you. Yes. On some days, I'm like, yeah, when's school? Can you jump on a bus somewhere? Can a bus take you somewhere right now?
Got it.
But it's all good. She's doing very well. Poor mommy has been sick. She's got a cough, cold combination going on. So like for the past 2 days, we've literally just been laid out. I did a little bit of some work today, but other than that, it's just been kind of hanging out. We did go see Mary Poppins Returns, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome.
it was.
They did a good job with it.
That's what I was hoping.
Really enjoyed it. Like Piper loved it. Like it's a great family movie. I say Emily Blunt killed it. And yeah, so if anybody needs a family movie, go see Mary Poppins Returns. So that was fun. And so that's been my family life. And on the gaming front, I just checked before we got over here. 92 hours in on Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Having so much fun.
There you
and
go.
Just keep going. A lot of late nights.
Nice,
My
man.
whole gaming schedule's been all jacked up. I've been up late instead of getting to bed or getting up early because I haven't really needed to get up early. So I'm like, I'll just stay up late and play.
Do you have any idea how far on completion or towards platinum or anything you are?
I'm only with the trophies. I'm only at about 45%, but I feel like I've done a lot of the grind trophies because there's a lot of hidden trophies, which means that's a lot of campaign trophies. So,
Yeah.
So and honestly, I've really been taking my time. I've been not really progressing in the main story and just like, I'll go to where it tells me and then I just go and explore that whole area. Like I just went back to the Coliseum. Like, and that was that. I probably should have done that. I'm at level 54 right now. I probably should have done that at like level 30, but I wasn't even near that area.
The one where you fight all the mercenaries and
and so
I didn't even get to that till way late in the game. Like I guess I just didn't follow that arc. And I was like, oh my gosh,
I didn't exactly, and I didn't either. And because it's so far down in the map, so I didn't touch it. But then I realized I looked up. There's quite a few trophies. So one night I'm like, oh, I need to get some trophies going here. So I went down there and knocked all those out and did all that fun stuff. But man, this game is just amazing. So I'm loving it and still going. I will definitely be pushing way over 100 hours in this game. So this is my modern day Witcher 3, and I'm very excited about that. I'll take it.
There you go. I love that.
And yeah, so apart from the vomit and everything, we're good. That's it for me.
Lord
Happy New
have
Year.
mercy.
Amen.
I'm saying, woo.
Well, Edward,
Yes, sir.
Beat that, Ed.
it's got to be better than that.
I will.
Okay, good.
No, it was good. New Year's Eve was actually really, really chill. Sarah and I didn't do anything.
Amazing.
She stayed on the couch and binge watched Netflix. I played Overwatch with some of the Married to the Games crew, and it was nice. Been doing a lot of Overwatch gaming this week, and it's been really cool because some of the people who are in Discord that we don't usually get to play with, Calmed Fury and new to the Discord 00 Negative Travis, they've been playing Overwatch with us this week, and I'm telling you, I hooked up with Calm Fury on a couple of games, and we and the gang, we were kind of killing it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
There you go.
Yeah.
Well played.
I need to play with those guys some more. But
There you go.
it was a lot of fun. Yeah, we had a good time. Of course, when we're recording this, it's the end of the Winter Wonderland event.
Yep.
Oh, it is. Okay, I didn't know when
And-
it ended.
Yes.
Yeah, today's the last. I don't know what time. I guess like midnight or what? Maybe it's midnight on Pacific because then Blizzard out in Pacific.
I think
I don't
that's
know.
right. I want to say it's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, still going to town on Beat Saber, having a lot of fun with that. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Wait, quick question on Beat Saber because I haven't.
Here we go.
I haven't gotten to play, but I did notice when Amaro was playing today. I was just checking on some high scores and like, you've gotten ranked pretty high on some of those songs. Like you're like under, like, are you top 100 on some of those songs on hard?
I think so. It's funny because there were a couple that Hollywood Bones and I were both ranked in the top 100.
Yes.
But I think because so many people got it for Christmas, I went back and looked, and some of those aren't there anymore. We're not, so it could be changing. But yeah, for a time there, I was in the top 100.
It also has chiseled arms right now from all the work he's had to put into it.
Do you know is that
Beat
Saber workout?
Yeah.
is that top 100 all platforms or is that just PlayStation? Do
I'm
we
going
know
to
that?
guess it's just PlayStation.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I would say.
I don't know.
No, don't
Yeah.
sell yourself short. I'm gonna say it's in the world.
Okay, I'll say in the world then. In all of the world.
I like it.
Worldwide.
You're top 100 to me, Edward.
Thanks,
You're number
man.
1 to me, Edward.
Oh, better than games.
Oh,
That's right.
get your own compliment.
Get your own compliments.
I like it. I like it. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yes, still loving Red Dead Redemption 2. It's been nice because Patrick Novosel also finished it, and so he and I have been able to really talk about it because it's one of those games that I want to talk about it, and I want to discuss it with people. And there is so much to do in this world. I'm like, hey, did you find this thing? And he's like, what? No, I didn't even hear about that.
What about the vampire?
I haven't seen the vampire yet.
Spoiler.
Okay.
No, there's no.
Is
There's no spoiler there.
that a major spoiler? I don't know.
I don't. It's not
an
a
egg.
plot.
No,
It's
that's
it's
just
an
an
egg.
Easter
It's an
egg.
egg.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And from what I understand, you have to really go out of your way. Like you almost have to look it up online to find them.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Because
I mean,
that's
if you
the
wanna-
only reason why I know from YouTube is somebody like posted something. Hey, I found this vampire. And
Yeah,
then
man.
they
If you just
followed him.
want to talk somebody's ear off and you're running out of people, you can talk to me. I know all the story. I watched all the stuff. I mean,
He read it
I
all.
ain't gonna spoil nothing.
that's
You just
true. He didn't play
I'll
it,
let
he
you
just
talk.
read
I'll
it
just
all.
listen. I'll be
I
like,
was
yeah,
about to
man,
say,
that's
if you
cool.
want to call it, I could just be like,
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You definitely unload.
But he did a spoiler cast on the Good Morning Guys about it, and so I learned some things from him. I went back and did a couple things,
Nice.
visited some missions I thought were done, and you can go back and find out more about this certain person or this
Sick.
event.
Wow.
And so then just kind of like taking screenshots and sending them to each other of our map, and like, okay, right here is where this happened,
Sick.
and right here is where this, and
That's so
it's
cool,
just
man.
I just love that it's still so deep. And
Yeah, the
just
scale
having
of this game is ridiculous.
yeah, just having a great time with it. I picked up for the PS4 because I have it on every other console I've ever owned, the Dragon's Lair trilogy.
Come on,
No,
baby.
you didn't.
Yes, you
Oh,
did.
How frustrating is that?
It was frustrating, and I think Gabe may have some splaining to do when he
What?
talks about Dragon's Lair 2 being his
2.
favorite because
Garbage.
I don't understand what the problem is. I've played all of them. I've played Space Ace. I've played Dragon. I don't know why it's better than 1. I feel like 1 is
No
some
way.
hot garbage.
I don't
One
know why
is
you think it's better
magical.
than 1 either. But
Dumb
You know
blue.
what's funny is that 2 was the first one I ever played. So when I was a
Oh,
kid,
okay.
my grandparents used to drop me at the arcade, right? And be like,
Okay.
run around for a little bit. And they had Dragon's Lair 2 there. I had never even heard of 1 at the time.
okay,
And
that
so-
explains a lot.
Yeah, and so beating it became like my sole goal there at the arcade. And so
Wow.
once I got older and it came home and I was able to get it for myself and play it and then beat it, and it's all nostalgia and having such fond memories. But even like
Right.
going back and playing the first one now, I'm like, wait, so why is the first one better? Like, I still don't get it. Like, like it feels, now both are extremely repetitive. Like, there's only so much they could do with what they were working with at the time. And so, to me, they feel like, the same game, except the second one feels better.
Okay.
All right.
Where's my javelin?
Explanation?
Yes. To mark that I'm done talking about that.
And it's, I almost forgot how Don Bluth and just the way he created female characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hashtag feminism.
Yeah, brother.
Yep.
That was everything back then. I mean, she
That's true.
she was a little extra. Like, oh, help me. Oh, especially the second one. She's like, I can't do nothing for myself.
Just
it was the
squealing.
80s, man.
I couldn't, at one point, I couldn't tell if it was Daphne, seriously, or the bats that were stealing her that was making the squealing.
Right. I'm like, just ball up your fist. You ain't got to wear that ring. Come on now, girl.
Right. But it was a lot of fun to go back and visit those and try to beat all those again. It was a good time. And then for some reason, I was watching someone on Twitch stream a card game, and I thought, you know what?
No.
I should look up Gwent.
No.
Yeah, you should.
And so I looked it up in the PlayStation Store, and I was like, Gwent's free?
Yep.
Really?
Ooh, really?
Come on.
Okay.
And so I downloaded it, and I started to play the tutorial yesterday and got about probably 20 minutes into it. There's like a story and everything to the tutorial.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I had just finished a really brutal Overwatch session, so I was kind of in a bad headspace, and I was just kind of like, I'm not going to do this whole tutorial. I might not even play this game again. I'm just going to go do something else.
Mm-hmm.
So I turned it off, and today I thought, you know what? It's a new day. Let's give it another try. Let's at least finish the tutorial. And plugged it in, going to town, and in the chat hopped 3 super helpful people that were like, hey,
yes,
try this, do
Wow.
this. And a lot of stuff that the game didn't explain. And so had I continued on my own, I probably wouldn't have, because I'm not really a card playing gamer kind of,
Right.
and so I don't get a lot of the strategy or try to do this. So they helped me build a deck. They helped me out. They helped me to figure out what to do. And I had so much fun.
And
Good, man.
Nice.
And after I ended the stream, I hung around and continued to play to be like, okay, well, how about if I just do it on my own? No one's there to coach me, and just win after win after win after win after win.
Nice, dude.
There you go.
It was so much fun. I don't know how long it'll stick. I don't know if it will or not, but I'm definitely going to be playing again tomorrow.
And I want to remind people, the best things in life are what, Ed?
Card
are
games.
Gabe and Chris and Tim.
Free.
There it is.
They're free.
Get your own compliment.
The best things in life are free, so I'm so glad that Gwent is
Right.
free because it is so fun. Oh,
It is, and
That's great, man.
I think I had played the demo on the Xbox a couple years ago.
like the beta.
Yeah,
the
the
beta.
beta.
That's what it was. And I don't remember like the cards being animated, and
Yes.
a lot of things are a lot different in a good way. And so I was very pleasantly surprised. I had a great time with Gwent. If you're playing Gwent or if you have played it, shoot me an invite. Let's play some games together.
Yeah, I saw you playing it when I was able to pop in the stream for the 5 minutes and I'm able to check it out while I'm at work. And then I was like, oh, I asked you if it was free. You said, yeah. And so I went to go download it from the store because I'd leave my console on rest mode. And I still had it on there. I guess it just updated from when it was the demo or the beta or whatever the heck I had. But I never did it. So I was like, oh, well, it's already there. So I should go give it a shot. Because I've been thinking about jumping back into what is it called? Hearthstone as well.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
Me too.
right.
I've been thinking about that too.
That's the one thing. So Gwent, it's not on any kind of mobile platform, is it?
I don't know.
Anybody
No,
should
I don't
be.
think so. Not right now.
I don't know if it is, but
I mean, because I
It
don't know what it
should.
is like that. Card games in particular for like your phone or your tablet or whatever just
Yes.
feels so perfect to me.
Yeah.
That's what I
And
was saying
it was-
in Ed's stream today. I was like, if this thing comes to Switch,
Right?
I'll see y'all at my funeral.
I'm gonna
And
look
it
it
I
was
up.
don't see why it wouldn't go there as long as it generates a bit of a following, which maybe it already has. I don't know.
yeah, and you wouldn't think it's like a super heavy, complex game to port over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it was really nice too, because after we ate tonight, Sarah was watching TV and I was able to bring it up on the PlayStation Remote Play. And because it's not like a lot of Twitch reaction type things,
come on, baby,
it worked fine.
Yeah,
so I was there on my laptop playing.
That's awesome, dude.
Gwent. It was nice.
Playing
Yeah,
Gwent.
well done.
Yeah, people sleep on Gwent, man. Gwent is fun.
I liked it.
That's why I never got to. You understand now why I never got to Skellige, right?
Yeah, and I like the fact that I didn't even have to bother getting The Witcher to enjoy it.
Exactly.
How dare you, sir?
So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Blasphemy.
Chris,
Yes.
freaking Kraken.
Wow, there you go. That's an intro right there.
That's a happy new year to you, brother.
So, man, things have been a little like just going and going since we got back after Christmas when we came back from Oklahoma. Because on Friday, we Katie and Kale, we had invited them over, and that's when we did like our little friends Christmas thing. And then also they hadn't tried Beat Saber yet, so we brought up Beat Saber and they gave it a go. Loved it. Had a great time playing that evening.
Good.
Enough so that they're like, man, maybe we should get a PSVR. It's like, I feel like, yeah, that's you know what I'm saying. Like whether or not they're gonna actually get one anytime soon, I don't know, because I don't even know if the deals are still going. But they definitely at least crossed their mind, if nothing else. And then on Saturday, just taking care of some stuff around the house. And on Sunday we had a 5K. So the thing is, I don't think I ever mentioned this, but Stacy had decided at some point, I think it was maybe July, she's like, I want to do a 5K a month.
Yep.
And just
All right.
because, you know,
Wow.
There you go.
I'm here with her, you know, I'm doing the same thing pretty much. I think
that
there's
means
only
you are as well.
yeah, there's only one that I missed, and it was just that they had signed up and there wasn't time for me to sign up. Like I think it had filled or whatever it was, or maybe it was more expensive. There was some reason why I was like, oh, I can't do that one. But that's the only one that I've missed. So we did this 5K, and man, it was cold. And actually, so this one was the cheapest one we did because it was just a local like runners club that puts it on. Like they go to a park and they map out the thing themselves. It was only $6 for 3 of us to run this race.
Oh, nice.
They're usually way more expensive. Of course, you'll get like a shirt or a medal or all this other stuff. This was much more low key. But because it was part of a runners club thing, they're like, yeah, and we're gonna have a 1 mile warm up run. Of course, it was voluntary, and I was like,
yeah,
all right,
no.
well, we're going to do this. And then Stacy and
Excuse me.
Katie, which are the people I've been running with, they stayed back, and I'm the only one who did the 1 mile warm-up
Really?
run.
What?
Yeah. So I'm just running over there, and they're like, no, we're going to stay. You go for it. And I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot.
We're going to go get a coffee. We'll be back later.
Right?
Yeah, and I ran with them because it was cold. We were just going to just treat it like a casual run, so I wasn't like going for any kind of personal best or anything. But on the 1 mile run, I got my best lap time I've ever gotten.
Hey.
Oh, nice, dude.
I was
you,
like,
man.
oh yeah, so I felt pretty good about that. And then the run in general was, nice and chill. It really wasn't all that bad at all. So I had a lot of trouble with streaming and just getting things set up and everything since we got the new house. So when we had the time off during vacation, when we were back in town and not away in Oklahoma, I've been dabbling with some streaming stuff, and I feel like I finally dialed everything in, and it seems to be going well. So hopefully this means that I can get back in the streaming somewhat consistently. I don't have the luxury of doing it quite to the consistency that Ed has, and he's killing it. So I don't want to step on his toes at all.
No, man, go do it.
But I'm gonna try to jump in a little bit more often. So if anybody's interested in watching somebody play a game badly, you can go ahead and watch me at BreadFan35, twitch.tv/BreadFan35.
Yeah.
Check things out if you want to. And then, so speaking of that, because I needed a game to play, I've been playing a bunch of Overwatch on there. But the other thing that I've been playing is Call of Duty World War II.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, you have,
dude.
dude.
Come on, baby.
That was fun to watch.
I just got to tell you, gun game is so much fun.
It is awesome.
That was
And I was
cool.
like, you know what? I don't have Black Ops 4, but I do have World War II, and it's only 1 year old, so I'm sure there's still people populating the servers and everything. So I jumped in there, and sure enough, I'm able to get into games just fine with no issues. And it just feels really good. I almost pulled the trigger on Black Ops 4 while it was on sale over the winter break. And I didn't do it because I was like, World War II is doing me fine right now. I don't really need to jump over.
I think one of the reasons it's so easy to jump into the game, Black Ops 4 feels so different that like even like my crew of guys that I'm constantly playing with, Sammy, Ryan, Dustin, those guys, like we'll get on Black Ops 4, we'll text each other, hey, Black Ops, and everybody's like, yeah. And we'll last like 7-8 rounds, and then we're like, all right, World War II. And then we'll just go back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so different. And when you start any of those games in multiplayer, you don't have any loadout that you can do. And so like that struggle to get your level to like, I don't know what it is in Black Ops. I think it's like 14 or something like that. You got to get up there before you can actually, you know, have your own loadout and everything like that. And then the game really opens up. But before that, it's pretty frustrating.
Yeah. And I part of it is that now, granted, I only played the public beta or whatever it was, but I didn't really take to Blackout. And so it's like, well, okay, Blackout's like the big thing on it. And if I wasn't really feeling it before, like maybe it's different if I jumped in now. But then I was watching some multiplayer stuff because I did hear over at least, I think sometime in the last couple weeks or so, they added gun game into there, which is is like my jam. I really like that game mode. And I watched some gameplay of it. And I don't know, maybe it's not a big deal, but it looks like in regular multiplayer, just like in Blackout, they have the whole like stab yourself with the thing to heal up and all that. I'm just not sure if I'm feeling that mechanic. Like I don't like in regular multiplayer. I can see the point of it in Blackout, but I was just
you don't have to have it. You know?
Well, I don't know. That's like, the thing. Is I'm just watching.
I took that off. Like I don't even use.
So it's not like a key part of the game.
No, because really. I played so much on hardcore or whatever it's called, where you know a couple shots and you're dead anyway, and so like you can replace that with a number of other things. Yeah.
Okay, so and the thing that I was thinking about is like, man, since it came out, I think Black Ops 4 came out in October. It's already been on sale at least 2 times, maybe 3. I was like, I'm just gonna hold off a little bit longer, and I'm sure it'll go on sale again. And if it does, then I may go ahead and pick it up. Oh, so real quick, I'm sorry, I jumped straight to the game things. I just want to back up real quick. I did go to a friend's house for New Year's Eve, which is like the first time Stacey and I have gone out on New Year's Eve in forever. But he got a new house. It was kind of like a housewarming or come check out my house / New Year's Eve party thing, which was a lot of fun. And then on New Year's Day, we had friends from Oklahoma that were down here visiting others and went back up, and they got to try Beat Saber. Again, it was a big hit. And again, people walking away saying, maybe we should get one of these PSVRs.
Nice.
So,
hey,
I mean,
that's awesome.
Jenny asked me if we could buy another one so that we could play 2-player. And I was like, number one, that's not the way it works. I wish it did, but I just love that she likes it that much that she was like, can we buy another PSVR and then like both play? I was like,
that's so cool.
Snap. Trying to get pregnant.
You should have just said and then when you got in, be like, oh darn, it doesn't have that. Shoot, I didn't know.
We got to buy another PS4. Okay, for inside the house. Yep.
Exactly. So yeah, just doing Beat Saber and then World War II and then some Call of Duty World War II and then Overwatch. I actually had a really good event. I got almost everything out of the event that I wanted just by playing. I didn't have to purchase anything. The only thing I didn't get that I was looking forward to hopefully getting to drop was the Krampus skin. But I'm like, you know what? I can wait on that one because even though I think it's a really cool skin, I don't see myself using that one outside of the holiday time.
Exactly.
So I was like, I don't want to spend the gold on it, but I'll maybe next year around when it's cheaper, I'll get it. Or maybe it'll drop for me. I've had some pretty good luck. So Overwatch did me well this event, so I can't complain at all.
Very nice.
And that's pretty much it.
Mr. Patillo, sir.
Yeah, man. I've been on the road.
You've been on the road
this whole time. Yeah. I left the day I left the day after Christmas and got home yesterday. So I've just been on the road, and it was listen. People love Gatlinburg, and I love that people love Gatlinburg, but 3 out of our 5 shows were in Gatlinburg. And I just don't like it there that much because we're kind of, everybody's like, what do you mean you don't like the mountains and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, we're in like where all the tourists go. You know what I'm saying? Like where we do the show is like right by, and this is my weird thing. Any place that's got like a Ripley's Believe It or Not, I'm like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
And they have 2 Ripley's Believe It or Not. So
Believe It or Not.
Believe It or Not, they have 2. And they're right next to each other. And so like, I don't know. I just don't like Gatlinburg that much. I should have taken my PlayStation, but I was rushing out of the house to try to get my shed hooked back up because we had the PSVR in the house. And I knew that, me leaving for 5 days, Jenny wasn't going to feel all the wires and everything everywhere and the kids asking to play it every night. And so I had thrown it back in the room and didn't take it. And I should have, but I did take my Switch. And so that was a good time. So I got it in on some Smash Brothers and went over, because Neebs is on the road with us, road crew represent. So me and Neebs met up with him and his wife and another guy named Brian that's on the road with us. And so we played Smash and I played it a bunch in my bunk. I actually accidentally ended up unlocking every character, so that's nice. There's like almost 70 characters, if not 70 or 71.
Oh my gosh.
And so
you accidentally, intentionally unlocked all the characters.
What's weird about it is everything I had heard was like, oh, it's such a grind. Oh, it's such a grind. Oh, it's such a grind. And I honestly didn't feel like that. I felt like
nice, man.
I played it and kept playing it. And when a new character showed up, you beat him. If he beats you, then you go to the thing I was telling you guys about last week. If you go to Games and More, and there's a little thing down in the right corner, you can play people that have beat you before. And so next thing I knew, a little thing popped up, was like, you've unlocked every playable character. I was like, oh, snap.
Wow.
Sweet. I didn't even know. And
that's probably why it didn't feel like a grind, is because they weren't trying to do it.
Yeah, maybe so. Like I wasn't in a race to do it or anything like that.
Mhm.
And what's funny is that so Cloud from Final Fantasy VII is one of the characters on there. And I've played as Cloud before, and it's fine. But for some reason, I don't know if they changed him or anything. I don't know that much about Smash. But whatever they did, I was doing really well with him. And I was like, oh, I love Cloud. And so I was been playing with Brian, and he hadn't unlocked on my game. So I was like, just playing like, oh, hopefully I can get, Cloud, blah, 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 blah. He was the last character to unlock for me. So as I wasn't paying attention, I was like, oh, good, I get to fight Cloud. And I fought Cloud, beat him. And they were like, you've unlocked all the characters. I was like, of course, Cloud would be the last one.
That's funny.
Unlocking for me. So that's been pretty much it. Clash Royale, sticking with that, obviously. After Christmas was good, but it was just hard. It was hard leaving the day after, and Jenny trying to hold it down with all 3 kids after Christmas with all the new toys and everything like that. And same with New Year's. I mean, we played at 11 o'clock. We played up to midnight in Gatlinburg. So it was like we played till like 11:55, and then a DJ comes up and they launch into the new year and all that stuff. So not very eventful, but was still fun. Got to meet up with, we went up to Liberty University up in Lynchburg, Virginia for one of the shows, and got to meet with Mark Boucher and his wife.
Sweet.
So that was good. Podcast colliding, as he's part of the Good Morning Guys. And so, which is funny because they do their show at night. But it was cool to be able to hang out with him and Kristen and just hang out and talk and hear about their podcast and hear how it's going and the listeners that they're getting and stuff like that, and the family that they're forming over there. So that was a really good time. And so that was pretty much it. Of course, there's something else, and I'll probably interrupt something to say it later on.
Totally fine.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Not a problem.
Yeah, man. So that's it for me.
Nice.
Router.
Yes.
You got it?
Yep.
Well, let's do it!
Man, this is going to be really easy. There are really 2 releases coming out. Catastronauts for the Switch, and JCB Pioneer Mars for the Switch. Back to you.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, and The Last of Us 2 is out this week, too.
Oh, yeah, that's
sweet.
right. That's right.
Good,
Yeah, that's
good.
right. Snuck in there.
Just creeped in there right for the new year.
Sneak release.
Exactly.
That's right.
Release. There it is.
Christopher, I know it's the holidays and things are a little bit slow, so we're digging a little bit for the news, but what you got for us?
So, a couple weeks ago, we mentioned old Soldier Boy and his console debut.
Yeah.
With the Soldier portable and all that kind of stuff.
The watch and
he said up and down on Twitter and all kinds of other places, like, look, what I'm doing is legit. Nobody's gonna sue me or anything. If they were going to, they would have done it day one. I'm all good. This is all on the up and up. Well, he's removed the consoles from his website because he's being sued by Nintendo. and
Soldier Boy, tell him.
After all the back and forth and everything, he basically just put up one comment on Twitter. He said, I had to boss up. I didn't have a choice. And that's all he said about the matter. And I just want to say, look, it's not good to revel in people's, misfortune and everything. He made a mistake and he's going to learn from it. It is a little bit hilarious to look at the app mentions to that tweet, though. I mean, they're not all safe for work, so let me put that out there. But I had a little bit of fun scrolling down there when I was looking up this story.
I believe it.
So it looks like he's, at least for now, he's out of the gaming business. He is still selling the watches. He is still selling the headphones. He's still, if you want some more Soulja Boy, whatever, tech merch, he's still got other stuff that you can get. So don't feel too bad or anything like that. And he seems to have made a pretty good amount of money while he was selling it.
Are you sure?
I mean, at least according to him, I don't know how much you can take what he says to be legit or not. I don't really know him very well. So, but he seems to say he made a couple million off of selling them. So
come on, man.
Of course he would say
what
that.
the homeboy says. Yeah.
I don't know.
I also thought it was hilarious. I was like, oh yeah, I'm over here. He was posting some video just because I was looking around on his Twitter. He's posting these videos, and every single video he's like holding all these hundreds. Okay, fine. But he's also talking about how like I'm in Dubai. It's like, can you even spend those in Dubai? Like what do you? I don't really get the point. But
the conversion rate's really good in Dubai, man.
Maybe it is. It might be. You never know. I don't have all those hundreds to be fanning myself with. So good on him, I guess.
Soulja Boy.
Soulja Boy, tell him. Superman Nintendo.
Golly, that sucks.
That's awful.
Hey, he's turning it around though.
Is he? Is he?
He's focusing on the music.
Is he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sucks because it's one of those things like anyway, it doesn't care.
Yeah, no, we exhausted that.
Yeah, I'm just so,
yeah.
I'm so sad for the whole thing. Like,
yeah, but didn't he? I'm sorry, but didn't he walk into that one?
I mean, he did, but like, so my big saying lately with people that I've been talking to that are going through whatever, or they're talking about somebody who's going through something, I'm like, well, it's probably because they don't have friends, and like I feel like friends and spouses and boyfriends and girlfriends are the best mirror you can have when it comes to what you're going through, decisions you're making. Toby always talks about like, man, if it wasn't for all of us, you know what I mean? And so it's just like, he didn't have anybody to be like, this is a terrible idea.
Yeah, but I mean, look, I hear you, but maybe at the same time, like, he doesn't want to hear that from anybody, I mean, he's his own man making his own decisions. He's the one,
Yeah, in that case, then you get what you...
Maybe somebody did say it, and he's just like, nah, man, you don't know, just like he was telling everybody on Twitter. Mm-hmm. You don't know what's up. I got this license. It's legit. I'm going to make millions.
I mean, when
you didn't want to hear it.
When you can choose who your entourage is, you can just have people that are going to build you up, and no matter what you do.
He's surrounded by just yes men.
That's the thing. Like I get your point, Gabe. Of you friends, definitely depends on the friends, though. I mean, so we've seen so many artists like this kind of go down this path. I know this is a lame example, but Bieber went through that path for a while when he was just hanging with the wrong crowd, and that's when he was getting into more trouble. And then he kind of corrected that ship. So like you're right. He needs these people to be like, yo, listen, you need to just focus on like, let's go back to the basics real quick and figure this out. And
here's the problem with him. This is what makes me mad. Like Chris said, and he didn't go into this detail, but like when he said for anyone that thinks Nintendo is going to sue me, he called them a name. He says, nothing's going to happen to me. I don't know if you said this, Chris. It's the next day.
Oh, wow.
That he puts up the other tweet like, sorry, nothing.
Yeah.
The next day.
Yeah.
He said it on December 28th. Y'all are a name. And the next day had to be like
over Christmas break.
Yep.
Till the 29th. It's like, I mean, you always hating on Pluto. Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
All right. Anyway, so we had a birthday this week. Barbie turned 60.
Yes.
This week. She's looking great. The only reason I bring her up is because I saw this news and I was like, she got a bunch of games out, right? She might be the queen of video games.
Really?
Looking it up, and I don't know if this is all of them, I count 60 video games with her name on it. 60 between Game Boy Color and PlayStation and 3DS and the original PlayStation and apps. 60 games with her name on it. And so, happy birthday, Barbie.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the Toys That Made Us on her? That episode from the
No,
Netflix
but
series?
I did listen to
fascinating
a podcast about her. I think from Stuff You Should Know.
Yeah.
Stuff You Should Know did a really in-depth podcast about her, and it was really, really interesting.
It is interesting.
The Netflix series, The Toys That Made Us, goes through all kinds of different toys, and Barbie was one of them, and it was fascinating.
Yeah.
I loved every minute of it. It was great.
Yeah. So happy birthday, Barbie. You, 60 video games.
And thanks for making the assembly of your dream house so much easier.
I know that's right. That was one of those things that Amara had to have, and then all of a sudden, Goodwill had to have it. So,
yep.
Can't deny Goodwill, man.
I will say, man, it was easy putting that together, though.
Yep. Hallelujah. Chris McCracken.
Yeah, so have you guys heard of Slightly Mad Studios?
No.
They are the studios that are behind Project Cars 2 and Need for Speed Shift. They're a London-based studio. Well, apparently they're going to be bringing out a standalone console. And it's going to support VR, says their CEO.
Right.
And
So here's the crazy
too.
thing. Like, yeah, exactly. So this is where I'm just going to read a bunch of this stuff off of this Variety article because it's kind of a bit crazy. Okay, so, well, not crazy, but you see what I'm saying. He said that it's going to be a standalone console in the same vein of like an Xbox or a PlayStation. He said it will be here. It'll be shipping in around 3 years' time.
Okay.
So, not too bad. It will support most major VR headsets and those upcoming, and the specs will be equivalent to a very fast PC 2 years from now. So, in 3 years from now, a 2 years from now PC is what it'll be, which all the consoles come out, they're old tech the minute they come out, so that's not totally crazy.
Right.
And he says that we're in early talks with manufacturers about components and all this kind of stuff. And he says that it's going, basically this is what his tweet said. He says, what is the MadBox? Because he just put out a tweet that said the MadBox is coming. So I guess that's going to be the official name. And then he put out a second tweet that said, what is the MadBox? It's the most powerful console ever built. It's literally mad. You want 4K? You want VR at 60 frames per second? Later on, he clarified per eye. You want full engine and free to develop games of your own? You have it with the MadBox.
All
You
right.
want to put it directly in the garbage?
Oh,
Go
jeez.
for it.
So
by literally mad, he means figuratively mad.
I'm guessing so. Yeah, it's just I honestly I've heard of Project Cars 2. I've heard of Need for Speed Shift. I've not played either of them, but I had no idea who Slightly Mad Studios. But for them to be like this far down the road, at least according to their CEO, about this major, most powerful console ever, I'm at least interested to see what happens. I want to see the show of it all coming to fruition if it does indeed.
Why? What an absolute train wreck. Why would you even try to compete with the majors?
That's hilarious.
It seems like based on all of his information, he's really wanting to push on or focus in on the whole VR side. To me, honestly, the way that he speaks about it makes it seem more like, you remember the little Alienware that was kind of dubbed a console, but really was just a really small PC? Mm-hmm. To me, those are the vibes I get, that he's doing a new Alien, or maybe it wasn't Alienware. What was the little one from Valve? I forget what it was called.
Ouya. The Ouya?
No. Valve and the Steam boxes is what you're talking about.
Yes, Steam box. That's what I was thinking. They were made by a couple different people. Because Alienware made a Steam box. That's where right. My head was getting all screwed up. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of that. I feel like it's going to be more of in that vein, not so much a Xbox, PlayStation vein. But who knows? I mean, it could be gangbusters. You never know.
Hey, yeah, you could. Good on him. I hope I eat my words, but Godspeed to you, sir.
What's up, Zune of video games?
Seriously. Oh, shit. Because here's the problem. If you make the most powerful console ever, it's more than likely going to be the most expensive console ever.
Yeah.
And that automatically takes you from taking anybody's number one spot.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. Very interesting.
You got to be a little proven, too, before you come out like,
you're coming out guns blazing.
$800.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe they know something we don't.
The MadBox.
Oh no! God bless them all.
Exactly.
Jack Black.
Yeah.
Doggone it.
Has stepped into the YouTube space.
Yeah, he has.
And wants to talk about gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He only has 2 videos up right now.
Okay.
Neither of them go past 51 seconds.
Nope.
But the first one's just to let people know that he's here. It's called Jablinski Games.
Yep.
And the first video got 7.7 million views.
Jeez.
The next one got 6.9 million views. and he's already got 2.5 million subscribers.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And the videos don't have anything to do with video games just yet. But
I know.
Jack Black is
man.
lovable. We saw Jack Black at E3 last time
Yes,
we were there.
we did.
Yes, we did.
With his son. And so he said he's going to be talking about games. And of course, he's like, it's going to be bigger than PewDiePie, going to be bigger than Ninja, which, you know, I mean,
Right.
let's take a breather here. But
Everybody
still,
back up.
2.5 million subscribers in 1 week
Yeah.
is not bad. So he said
No, it
every
is not,
Friday
no.
he's going to be posting something. He did post something a week ago and then 5 days ago.
Yep.
And so we'll see. I think it'll be fun. Jack Black is hilarious, especially if you like Jack Black. And so we know he likes gaming. He was at E3 with his kid. You have to love gaming to be at E3 with your child. And so,
that's so funny because on Twitter, he only has 67,000 followers.
yeah.
That's nuts.
That is nuts. that's way more
Power
on
of
YouTube.
the gaming.
I know,
And
man.
Jack Black.
There's
Yeah.
the power of YouTube too.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Well, I you know what? I should subscribe to it just
Yeah, go for it.
I
to
did.
see what happens.
I want to see what happens.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I like Jack Black. I think he's funny.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
He can be one note, but as long as that one note's funny.
It's a fun note. I don't mind it.
Yeah, man.
Exactly.
And he can hit most of the notes, to be honest with you.
Exactly. Tenacious D up in this mug.
Right?
And he was in a video game, right? Wasn't he?
Yeah, he did that rock of
Yeah. So
something
I hope he
video
plays
game.
that. Or is
Yeah.
his son, if his son's going to be on it, I don't know.
That'd be a shame, wouldn't it?
Yep.
If he didn't. What else you got, Christopher?
That was my last story.
Oh man, I should let you take it. Sorry.
That's fine.
2 other quick ones. So the rumors are starting to circulate about this old PS5.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't know anything about rumors, man. But this first thing is, I don't even know the guy, Michael Patcher.
Pactor? Yeah, he's an analyst.
So I've seen his name before, but I don't know if that necessarily means he knows what's going on. But he says, I think they will probably have that 4K and at 240 frames per second device that'll support PSVR. Now, the only thing I agree with so far is 4K and PSVR.
Okay.
240
Yes.
frames per second, y'all. You can't see 240 frames per second. It'll just look extra smooth. So the power that the PS5 would have to have inside of it to not be the size of a living room. I'm very interested. So we'll tentatively say we know the PS5 is coming and it'll be 4K. But it's weird because I've seen so many. I don't know what about this guy has prompted so many news reports, but all these things are like the Xbox 2 is not gonna be able to hold up, and you're like, hey.
Yeah.
Before we start throwing the baby out in the bathwater.
He's just he's one of the biggest analysts that talks about gaming stuff, that at least in the news. Like, he likes to be out there and talking about things
Early.
He's not so much like necessarily a predictor per se. I mean, he does things like this. Where like, I'm kind of envisioning this, but I mean, he's doing the typical analyst thing. Some things he gets pretty close to right. A lot of things is like way off the mark on it. And as far as his whole like, 4K, that's a given.
Right.
And then his whole 240 frames per second, that could, now I don't think that you're going to do it on the console, like on a whatever next version of PSVR, or if it
Maybe
continues
on
to use
the
the current
MadBox,
version
you know
of
what I'm saying?
PSVR.
Yeah, but,
I mean, because the current PSVR is advertises as hitting, because it's in theory 60 frames per second per eye, so up to 120. So I could see it doubling for the next one. But again, you're taking a huge resolution hit to be able to hit that on that system.
Yeah.
So
Yes, that's right.
maybe it could get there, but I mean, I'm hoping that they're focusing on 120 or 60 frames per eye, however you want to talk about it, looks pretty good. It's like, just if you have more power, just give me more resolution, make things crisper and sharper and prettier, and I'd be cool with that. You don't need 240 frames.
I am hoping that, and I know it will have an upgrade, but I am hoping that PSVR right now, what we have, will work with the PS5 without having to buy a new one. You guys think that'll happen?
I feel like it will, but then again, I don't know if there's really any precedence for that. Is there with other game stuff? I mean, you have the GameCube, and it has this controller that people love using for Smash.
Yes.
And then other Nintendos come out. You can't use that controller right away. It's not till later on, either third party or Nintendo officially makes some kind of adapter that you can use. I can't think of any peripheral that went from a one generation system to the next one and you could just plug right in. Then there could be one, I'm just not thinking of it.
But don't you think that, like, especially at the price point that the PSVR has been at, I would think they'd be wise to at least have the compatibility at first, and before they jump ship to the next version of it.
I am with you that I feel like that would be a good move to make. My only thing in saying like, oh, it's a given, is that I don't know any time that something like that's been done. That's the only thing that gives me pause to think maybe it won't. But the fact
I can see
that
it being plug and play, though, not having to have the extra box outside of it and everything like that.
Yeah.
Does the Pro already do that? Is it built in?
No, it uses the same.
Okay.
Everything runs through that breakout box. So you need the inputs and everything as well.
That's
so
right.
It all runs
the two HDMIs and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not really adding any power necessarily. It's mainly for all the ports and all the things you got to plug in communication stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. As I understand it.
Yeah. So I would love if the next one had PSVR support, the PSVRs we have now. Yeah. And I think they will. But I think also there will be another generation of PSVR coming.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which, thank you guys so much for appeasing me. I don't like being the guy that puts his kid on the chat all the time, but I've been throwing clips of Remy and Amara in our hangout.
Oh, yeah. I love that. Are you kidding? We love it, man. It's awesome.
It is so, I wish you guys could understand, even if he wasn't my kid, watching Remy play that game is so fun. He just bounces and swings. Like, he don't even care. He just likes the song. He don't care about any box coming. Anyway, he got to slice it. I got to put it on just the dots only. Anyway, it's just so he just bounces the whole time. It's so funny.
That's awesome.
My last thing is that for those that played Detroit Become Human over the New Year, got a little surprise going into the 1st of January, which I think is cool. So when you start up Detroit Become Human, you see a robot there, and she says like, "What do you want to do?" or "Thanks for playing, Detroit." On the 1st, she's like, "Welcome back. What would you like to do today?" There's a pause. "On behalf of CyberLife, I wish you a happy new year. Best wishes to you and the ones you love."
Really?
I was like, oh, snap. Wow. So I don't know if they did that forever ago and, just waiting for the new year. Because, this is kind of the one of the singular celebrations that everybody celebrates.
Yeah.
You don't run up against a lot of people that are like, oh, I don't celebrate that.
Right. Right.
My religion. Right. I know other people have New Year's at different times of the year. But for the 1st of January, usually you don't have to say happy holidays anymore. You say Happy New Year to everybody. And so I love that they put this in there. I don't know if there was like a hot patch that they kind of pushed through or if it's always been there. But it kind of makes you wonder what other holidays they might have snuck in there that you just missed because you didn't play the game on that holiday.
Well, spoiler alert.
Uh-oh.
I won't see that.
Why is that?
I'm not saying why. You have to play Detroit Human to find out why.
Ooh. Maybe that girl dies and then she's no longer on the boot up screen is what I'm guessing.
Maybe it's the Matrix.
Maybe it is.
Maybe Chris knows exactly what Ed's talking about.
I can't wait to find out after the podcast what Ed's talking about.
Did you see that story about the guy from Activision Blizzard, the CFO who got fired?
No, what did he do?
Well, I saw that he got fired.
Apparently, they didn't say, but a CNBC report kind of hinted that it might have been because he was looking for another job.
Oh, yes.
And his name was Spencer Newman, and so he got fired. But
Newman,
fitting,
completely unrelated. 6 hours ago, Netflix announced some guy named Spencer Newman is their new CFO.
Oh, that's hilarious!
Yep.
So maybe he didn't get. So did he get fired for sure?
He did get fired.
Oh yeah, he got fired from Activision.
What's funny? Toby always talks about the plight of the employer.
Mm-hmm.
So as employees, when we find a new job, people congratulate you. Oh, good job finding a new job. But if an employer is constantly looking for somebody to replace you, then they're a jerk.
Right.
Like, I'm really trying to find somebody to replace Gabe. So if y'all know anybody, holla at me. You know what I'm saying? It puts him in a bad spot. That's funny. Well, good for him.
Yeah.
That sounds like an upward move.
Yeah.
I mean, Netflix is making money.
Netflix is making money, and I'm sure Activision Blizzard won't have a problem filling his spot.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. The next day.
Yeah, definitely.
On the 28th of December, they were like, if you think our CFO's going anywhere, you are ridiculous.
Right.
And on
Everyone
the 29th
logging
of
into
December, they're like, we had to boss up. Literally find a boss.
Right. Everyone logging into their LinkedIn accounts for the first time in 6 months.
Exactly.
Update resume. Update resume.
Yeah, like it's the lottery.
That's right.
Edward,
Yes, sir.
we got free games for January, baby.
Yeah, we do.
Can you let us know about them?
Yeah, we can. The ones over on Xbox were announced like right after we recorded last week,
That's right.
as is usually the case.
Yeah.
But if you've got Xbox games with gold, you're going to get to play Celeste for
Yes.
free during the month of January.
There you
I
go.
got to download that.
Downloaded already, and I am excited to find out what it's all about. Jared,
I know.
or of course, who's a huge Celeste fan, was just saying how excited he is for people who get to play it. So I can't wait to get into that. Also on Xbox, January 16th through the 15th of February, WRC6 FIA World Rally Championship.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to balance out the whole Celeste thing. Also, from January 1st to 15th, Lara Croft, Guardian of Light. And then from the 16th to the 31st, Far Cry 2. So I've never played that, so I will definitely give that a shot.
Yeah,
See-
give that a
There you
whirl.
go.
Go back in time a little bit and see what that's about. Over on PS Plus, they're offering Steep. I hope
Okay,
it's
next.
better than the demo.
I do not like that game.
I
No.
didn't care
I'll
for
give it a
it.
shot because I never played it.
I'll give it a shot. I mean, I downloaded it again, so I'll give it a shot.
Okay, let us know.
I'll let you know. Portal Knights is over there as well. I don't know if that's good or I don't. I've heard of it. I don't know anything about it, but it's downloaded.
But it's downloaded.
It's downloaded just in case. I mean, hey,
Add
it's,
to library.
it's free. Exactly.
Exactly.
Also, they got Zone of the Enders HD Collection and Amplitude for PS3. And then on PS Vita, Fallen Legion, Flames of Rebellion, Super Mutant Alien Assault.
Mm.
And then over on the Xbox, if you've got Game Pass,
Yeah.
you're in luck.
Wow.
Life is Strange, the complete season, episodes
man,
1
that's
through
all
5.
you.
I'm telling you, Life is
That
Strange
was-
Before the Storm, episodes 1 through 3. And
Okay.
then Life is Strange 2, Part 1, also available. Ark Survival Evolved is
Oh,
now
Lord.
available.
Man, that game's been around forever, I feel like. I feel like it's been
Yeah.
around forever and hasn't been around forever. Like,
Yeah,
Right.
I feel like
Yeah.
I've heard
You're
that
right.
name for so long. I'm not trying it.
definitely. Farming Simulator 17,
Sign me
now
up.
available.
Like
Available.
Give me that.
as in the year 17, not like
Exactly.
the 17th one.
Oh, I thought it was the 17th one.
I think it's Farming Simulator, like apostrophe 17.
Okay, that makes
Like
sense.
2017.
All right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Sorry
available-
to disappoint.
I know.
For those that want to go back and play the first 16.
I know, right? I'm going to be so lost in the story.
Do I need to play the earlier version?
I know, right? Available January 7th, Absolver.
Yeah.
Available January 10th, 2 more games, one of them After Charge and the other Just Cause 3.
There
So-
you go.
There you go.
I heard the Just
That'll
Cause
do.
games were really fun.
I played Just Cause 3. I think it was free on PS Plus a little while ago, and
Yeah,
I
it
played it
was.
there, and I had a good time with it. So
Did
yeah,
you?
yeah,
That's the one where you just like really blow up stuff, right?
it's a lot of blowing stuff up. Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah. Parachuting and flying around.
yeah, man.
There you go. I like
So there
that.
you go. There's some free games for everybody.
Any new reviews?
You know what? We've got some new reviews. You know,
Oh,
the
we
last
did?
What?
the last couple of weeks, you know, we've kind of been busy with end of the year and stuff like that, so we haven't been able to stop by the reviews, and we've got a couple of new reviews.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I was totally joking.
Here's
Joke's
one
on you.
that the topic. So you're looking for a podcast, huh? And this comes courtesy of NGRDN88 and Garden
Nice.
88
Sure.
I like
says,
that.
"Search no more. Week to week, these 4 guys bring it with great commentary and awesome perspectives on games and life and games.
Hey.
It will-
Aw.
It will be your listening pleasure to get to know a little bit about these fellas and feel their love for gaming. This is one of those must-listen type of podcasts.
What?
Wow.
Hey,
I promise it will not disappoint. No pressure, you guys.
I know.
I also promise that you will not get through listening to an episode without laughing hysterically.
Ooh, hysterically. Oh, shoot.
And then he says,
check.
Yeah.
The check is in the mail, my friend.
I know.
And then he says, or maybe that's just me.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
Good caveat.
You have
No,
got
it's
to
not
give them a listen. Thank you very much, Ngarden88.
yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so
That's
Yeah.
much.
amazing. Thank you.
Here is one from Old Man Guido with
Hey.
the topic,
Hey,
Dads
how you
Unite.
Mm.
Plain and simple, these guys get it.
Oh,
Kids, wives, and 9-to-5s are down to earth, can resonate with so many of us out there that love to game and have a family. Keep it up, guys, and people, please share this podcast.
Aw.
Thank you, Old Man Guido.
Yeah.
I love
And
that.
This is
Everybody-
one.
amazing.
Everybody
That's
needs a Guido
awesome.
in their life.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
man.
Definitely.
Mhm. We had a road pastor named Guido, and he was awesome.
Is that right?
Yeah.
This is one from Iron Man 3.
Ooh,
All
good
right,
movie.
that's good.
The
I
topic,
mean, not my favorite of them, but whatever.
the topic is why I look forward to Fridays. And
Aw.
keep in mind, this was written before the new year. So
Okay.
it'll make sense in a little bit.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Uh, not only are Fridays the end of my work week, they're also the day that this amazing podcast comes out. I recently found MTTG at the beginning of the year, and
Oh,
am
Oh
proud
wow.
and I'm proud to say it's a great podcast and a great community. Each week I learn something new and have fits of laughter from these dudes.
oh
They-
yes.
They truly crack me up. I love that. I look forward to Fridays to hear these guys. Hopefully I can get a gaming team sesh going with the community sometime. Please, yes. I don't know why I always end up playing Fortnite or Madden. That will change.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, well,
Overwatch.
And he wrote that.
Overwatch.
He wrote that will change. That wasn't me.
Okay, good.
all right,
So
good.
thank you, Iron Man 3. And thank you,
Yeah,
you guys,
thank
for the
you.
reviews. That's
That is
so
amazing.
cool to see. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it really does help us in a way we don't understand, but we really
I'm
appreciate
smiling. I'm
yes,
smiling.
definitely. Definitely.
it. Smiling so big, my cheeks hurt.
Right
Yes.
Smiling's my favorite.
hmm
Well, every week we ask you guys a question. Last week was no different, except for the fact that for some reason I forgot to put it on Facebook. I thought I did it,
Oh,
but I didn't.
There's always a except for. I always
Exactly.
I look forward to your except for when. It's one of my favorite things because I'm like, is he gonna say it? Is he gonna say it?
Yeah,
Yes.
you know, it's
you
funny.
delivered.
So I went over to the Facebook group where I post the question of the week, and I was like, I went straight to the answers, and I was like, this doesn't make any sense for the question of the week. I was like, oh, this was still game of the year. Gotcha.
Nice.
Sorry, Facebook. Sorry. Gilly.
Gilly.
Sorry. Starting over on Twitter, the question was, Happy New Year, family. What game are you looking the most forward to in 2019? Starting over on Twitter, Jamin Bassett at Jamin Bassett. I guess Kingdom Hearts 3. I have been waiting 13 years, so I think it fits the bill.
there you go.
And shout outs again to Osmond, who's still playing the lead 13 years later. It's awesome.
That's crazy.
At Ephraim SJ, I would love to say Kingdom Hearts 3, but even though I know it could likely disappoint, I gotta say Anthem.
Oh,
Ooh,
there
there
you
you
go.
go.
Yeah, popular answer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mike at Mr. Killjoy 756 didn't get to play much in 2018, but looking forward to in 2019. The Last of Us 2, hopefully this year.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Control. And-
control.
Call of Duty Repetitive Warfare.
Nice.
Nice.
I love it. So true. So
I love
true.
that it goes along with his name so well. Killjoy.
Yes.
That's funny. Okay. Over on Discord, Jared Orr, I don't know how to say this game, and a couple people said it. Sekiro? Shadows Die
Oh yeah,
Twice?
the one from Bloodborne people from Software.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Yeah. He said on March 22nd, I'm so excited. Also,
Nice.
I'm looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 3 on January 29th. Me too. I need to go pre-order that thing for sure. GMG Mark Boucher, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Anthem, Crackdown 3, and Fear 2.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I know, right? Lydia, man, you know it's Kingdom Hearts 3.
Wow.
Already game of the year for 2019 in my mind. Wow. A lot of people looking forward to that. Man,
People got some high expectations for that game.
That's some skyrocket expectations right there.
Well, when it's 13 years, you just pray they got it right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you hope so. I
Calm
hope so.
Fury, games confirmed for 2019, Anthem. Games unconfirmed but possible in my dreams, Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
The underscore wrong,
Uh-oh.
Minecraft 2.
Jeez.
Banned.
Jeff said, while my 2009 pre-order for Kingdom Hearts 3 is long in the tooth and my excitement has waned in the last decade, I know the game will be amazing if it actually releases on January 29th. I'm still skeptical looking at you, Final Fantasy 15, and your last 2-month delay. I know the game will be incredible and last me a couple of months. Man, a lot of Kingdom Hearts. Here's one that's not Kingdom Hearts. Hollywood Bone!
Superman!
Yeah. Mortal Kombat 11.
Wow.
I can't wait for another Mortal Kombat fighting game. This is one of the only franchises where I've bought every single iteration. The other is all of the Resident Evil games. I even bought the Mortal Kombat side games like Sub-Zero Mythologies, Special Forces, and Shaolin Monks.
Wow.
Wu-Tang?
Exactly. Holy Headshot said top games for 2019 are Metro Exodus and Far Cry New Dawn, both coming February 15th. And The Division 2, March 15th. Already saved a good chunk for both, locked and loaded. Wink.
Nice.
Nice. I like that. Thank you guys so much for answering the questions. Sorry again, Facebook. I'll get you next week. I promise. You know where to find us. Facebook.com/married to the games. Come join the group. Sorry.
So you can be ignored again.
Exactly. Married to the games.com. Come buy a hoodie, man. It's about to be wintertime.
Yeah.
Like Ed said, YouTube, well, he didn't say it, but like he usually says, youtube.com/married to the games. Twitter.com/MTTGcast. Of course, on Patreon now, if you want to put $1 in the tip jar, holla at your boy. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
and
thanks.
I think our last couple guys ended off Extra Life just this last weekend.
Yeah, they did. Jeff Swan and Will Erskine killed it.
Way to go, Jeff.
Yes. So thank you guys so much. And for the grand total, they don't have it because they said 2018's over. I guess I would have had to look a couple days ago. Let's see. Your team fundraising. Let's see what it says. Clicking on it. Oh, Ed.
Yes.
Next week, we should give away our games. Yeah.
All right. I
We
mean,
didn't
let's
do
give
that.
away new games. I don't want to give away my games.
No, of course not. We're gonna let the people who win,
Mine. They're mine.
from doing the thing tell us. Oh, holy crap! We raised $9,601.04.
Yeah, man.
Get out.
$9,600, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dude.
for the kids. Oh my gosh, you guys are
All right.
awesome.
That means
That's
next
crazy.
year, that means this year is 10,000. We got to hit that 10,000 mark.
Oh snap! We ended up ranked 120th out of, let's see, does it
In
say
the world.
out of 5,000 in the world out of 5,137 teams, we ranked 120th.
Wow.
You guys,
Man,
that's huge.
that's
That's
amazing.
crazy.
Are you
guys
serious?
are
Amazing.
so awesome.
Come
Oh
on.
my gosh. Jeez Louise. So me and Ed will be giving out games next week to those that won. Doggone it, you guys. I had no idea. I had no
Wow.
idea.
That's
amazing.
awesome,
That is
man.
awesome. Almost $10,000. Holy crap.
I'm glad I got to hear your reaction right now. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I'm glad you didn't know.
I didn't know.
It's
That is-
amazing. It's genuine and it's perfect. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yes. That's so great. I'm
That's
so
great.
happy about that, man. For the kids. Shoot. I mean, we raised like $4,000 last year, which is nothing to
Mhm.
sneeze at,
No.
but not over double.
Yeah, man.
Jeez Louise.
Over double.
Over double.
Mm-hmm. Double sounds good right now, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Ed.
Over double. What? Rate us on iTunes so we can read more comments and ratings and reviews. And over double. Over double.
And
Over double.
double.
All right.
You got me thinking about that double. Now I can't think straight, man.
I know it happens.
hungry.
It happens. I get it. Well, let's get into some questions.
I love it when I totally miss it like that, just because I know Tim's like, I had one written down. It was really good.
Ready.
I was ready to go. I had 3 in the works.
always prepared. Always.
I love it. Oh my gosh, you guys.
I do have to say, I forgot to mention this. On Saturday, I was flipping through the channels and came across the Rocket League World Championships, by the way, and ended up watching that. So congratulations to We Dem Girls, which are 3 dudes. Still don't understand it, but whatever.
Oh,
but
that's hilarious.
They beat Cloud9 for the championship. It was
C9?
actually really,
Wow.
really fun to watch.
What channel
So
was that on? Like ESPN?
I couldn't even tell you. I have
okay.
no idea.
I know, I was about to
flipping
say.
through. I think it was like Fox Sports or something. I don't know. I don't even know. I
Interesting.
forget, but I came across it. I'm like, oh snap! I'm going to watch this, and it was amazing. I'm like, man, I wish I could do that in Rocket League, and man, I should probably play Rocket League again.
There you go, Tim.
So I fired it up. 10 gig update. Okay, back to AC Odyssey we go. Anyway, so congrats to We Dem Girls. That's amazing. Good for you. All right, let's go. Discord, Stumpwater Jack. My girlfriend is actually excited to play a video game with me, Overcooked 2. And
Yes.
she's almost never played any video games. Any advice to help nurture this attitude and potentially convert her to full-on gamer?
Maybe not play Overcooked
I
too.
was about
because
to say
Yeah.
that thing steps on the gas, boy. Shoot.
I need onions. Why are you not
Exactly.
cooking the onions?
Yeah, I don't know about the first game being yelling at each other.
Relationship building. That's all it is.
See, that's true.
Communication.
All I'd say is keep your expectations low, because I don't know if any of our spouses would be full on gamers. They dab quite a bit. I mean, mine doesn't, but
Yeah.
but you're never going to have that full on gamer like you are probably. But at least if there's games that you guys can play together, awesome, go for it. And
Yeah. And I think you're on the
enjoy
right
it.
track. Stay
yeah, there you
cooperative
go.
instead of competitive, because obviously
Yeah.
you'll beat her in all those games because you know how to work the thing so well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And just
but-
say thanks. Like, let her know how much it means. Like, just, hey, thanks
Yeah.
for doing this with
Oh,
me.
I love that. That's
know.
great, Ed. Perfect. Yep. Thank you.
That is great. Chris?
Yeah, I mean, sticking with the co-op stuff is a good idea. And then, I mean, this is not in your own power, but if she happens to find out that a friend of hers plays something and there's some game that, because that's how Stacy kind of got even more interested. Like, we had some co-op games that we play occasionally, but then when we met Katie and they got to playing a couple games, and she realized, oh, I really enjoy that. That even opened up her mind more. They're like, well, maybe there's more games that I like.
Yeah,
and then
that's
she was
awesome.
more open to trying this, that, and whatever. So that
That's a
could be
great
helpful as
point.
well, but that's not
That's a great
really
idea.
in your control. But if you can find another friend, hey, you two should, I think you'd get along great.
Mhm.
Maybe you could kind of work that around.
I like that.
That's awesome. Hollywood Bones. All right, we knew we were going to have this question, and better it be him. What are your New Year's resolutions, if any? I have 2. 1, attain 12 platinum trophies. 2, take a class/course in graphic design.
Ooh,
Well done.
I like
Wow.
that. Well, that's going to be our question of the week.
Well,
We're
but
gonna
ours is
have
gaming
We're
specific,
going to have
right?
a gaming specific one. Yeah, so I was
Okay,
going to
yeah.
say, if you guys have one non-gaming,
Gotcha.
let us know. What is it? Well, you want to start, Tim?
I don't have
Yep,
any.
there you have it.
Just going to keep going. Getting older. There you have it.
There. Golly. What about you, Chris?
I am going to pay down the crap out of some debt.
There you go.
I like
Nice.
that. That's great.
Man, which we don't have like a ton or anything like that, but we definitely racked up a little on the credit cards over the last year, just with different things going on now. And I don't know, I hate, like, outside of car and mortgage, I hate seeing debt. And it, like, almost nothing motivates me as much as, like, all right, I'm going to attack this, and I'm formulating game plans, and how am I going to move this money around, and what am I going to do, and where's these interest-free transfers and all that kinds of stuff, man. I love it. It's going away.
Do it.
I like it.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. All mine are gaming related.
Really?
I didn't have.
Nice.
I didn't really have a personal one this year. And I don't do. I think I talked about it last year. I don't usually do resolutions because I feel like they almost come with the caveat of you're not going to do it.
Yeah,
and
right.
So mine are gaming related. So you hear about them in a little bit.
All right then.
Ed?
Yeah, I don't usually make any. I hadn't really worked out on a regular basis for a while. And the second week of December, I actually started again because I knew if I made it a New Year's resolution thing, it might kind of carry that it's almost doomed to fail type of a thing.
That's right.
Oh, there you go.
So
yeah, start early.
Yeah, I started early, and this week is 4 weeks into it, and it's going well. But
well done, brother.
Yeah.
By the way, that picture of you in the background with Sarah's pic
Oh gosh, that was so funny.
Freaking hilarious.
So
I
good.
was cracking up. That was so good.
that was fun.
All right. Facebook, Robert Darrell Good Jr. Okay, I'm going to preface this with this is a Santa Claus spoiler. So if we have any youngins or anything like that, let's, you may want to turn this down or,
What
skip
have
along
you?
a little bit. Yes, here we go. I was never raised to believe in Santa Claus, and I've never raised my kids to believe in him either. However, for some reason, my daughter strongly believes in him, and I can't help but admire her faith in spite of her lack of encouragement. I personally don't feel good about telling my daughter something I believe is false, but as long as she understands I don't believe, I help her with this stuff. On December 24th, 2017, at the age of 36, I wrote my first letter to Santa and left out a plate of cookies and a glass of milk for him. She hung that letter on her bedroom door the next morning, and it's been there ever since.
Oh, wow.
It happened again for the second year in a row this past Christmas, and I suspect it will be a Christmas tradition for at least as long as my daughter believes. I find her faith beautiful and terrifying. My question for you is this. Can you think of a specific time, a moment, or some way, birth is a given, where your children or children close to you inspired you to either do things differently or simply look at the world or life differently? Really great question. I really love
That is a great
this.
question.
And that's why I wanted to have the little spoiler in there as well. Thoughts? Go.
So what's funny about Remy is obviously he's from birth been our toughest child, but he's also our most encouraging. And so he's just a real peaks and valleys kid. And so he's going to be the first one to tell you that he loves you. He's going to be the first one to compliment you. Like if Jenny gets her hair cut, he's the first to notice, "Oh, mommy, I like your hair." He's told me he likes my shoes and my,
He's a sweet boy. Man.
Yeah. And he loves to hug people and things like that. And so I think he's encouraged me to not be so withholding with compliments because they're free. They make people feel good. And I think that, and especially the culture we live in nowadays, it's not something you see all the time. You don't always, and that's what I love about Ed too, and what he does with his Twitter and how he encourages people and gets on there and he's like, you know what, I'm thinking about this and I'm going to say it. And it kind of turned me into a guy where I told Jenny, if I'm thinking about somebody, I just text them real quick. Just be like, "Hey man, thinking about you. Hope you're doing good." You know what I'm saying? Just so they can, hopefully it brightens their day a little bit.
That's
or,
good.
Maybe if they're going through something, it opens that door to talk. And yeah, a lot of that comes from Remy boy.
That's awesome.
Chris and Ed don't have any children. But has there been a way that you've seen children in a way that has encouraged you in their, whether it's their blind faith or whether it's, just their childlikeness? Chris, you got anything like that?
I mean, not super specific to any one particular child necessarily. I mean, a little bit of our nieces and nephews have these kinds of qualities, but this is really more of like a generalized kid thing. But what I really like about is how, adding to the pureness of them, is that they're just open to chatting and talking to anybody. Like they don't come into any situation or any conversation with a preconceived notion about anything or like, oh, I don't like the shirt that you have or something like that or whatever. So I'm not going to talk to you or like they're just open to talk to whoever. And it's always encouraging just to see that. Cause if you're having a bad day and it's like, man, I just don't want to talk to anybody. It's like, yeah, just open up and just be happy about everything. It's going to be fine, and I just like that little reminder because every now and then at the office, people will bring their kiddos in because, people haven't seen them in a long time and, oh, now they're 3 and, oh, look how big they've gotten, that kind of stuff. And you just see the kids running around and just how they just almost always will just go up to just anybody and high five them or doing that. All that stuff's kind of encouraging.
Yeah. Edward? You're not around a lot of kids.
Yeah, I'm going to be like Matthew McConaughey and say that myself as a kid inspires me. There you go.
That's funny.
Just because when I was a kid, I believed I could do anything. And at some age, you stop believing you can do anything and you start giving excuses why you can't.
Yes.
Kids can do anything. True. Some of it is because they have no education. I believe I can fly. I'm going to jump off this tree.
Yes, that's right.
And,
that's
right.
But even when they realize they can't, they find other ways to pretend that they're flying or they still want to fly. And it doesn't take away their desire to fly. And at some point, life wears down those cool little creative edges and smooths everything else out where it becomes, that's ridiculous to think about flying.
That's right.
And I think we could all use a little bit more of that kid belief that we can do anything. Because, you can,
Yeah. There you go. Right. I love that.
That's really good. For me, it's so fun to see Piper, like when I pick her up from school or just, when she's in kind of her circle of, she'll just run up and hug just all these people. Like, I don't even know who who is that? And she's like, oh, she's like the second grader that I've seen out at recess or in the cafeteria. And like, she's so outgoing with that kind of stuff. And I love that. I love her warm heart like that. And that's like, I always want to make sure that I'm always open to talk to somebody, even if I don't know them, just, strike up a conversation and just be outgoing like that. And so I love that about her. And I will say this, Robert, I grew up, I don't really remember my belief in Santa Claus either. I think my parents just kind of, we were an Army family. We moved around a lot. And I think after it just kind of went by the wayside. So me growing up, not really experiencing the kind of wonderment of Santa Claus or who he would represent. I will say, man, at this point, embrace it. Like Lauren and I go all in with this because I love seeing her imagination, what she thinks of, like what she thinks that Santa Claus is, and just running with it. And I take so much joy in like the wonderment of it and how excited she gets for it. And I'll keep this going for as long until she starts questioning it, and then going from there. But man, I love that you did that. I love at the age of 36, you wrote your first letter to Santa, left out plate and cookies. We leave out cookies, milk. We leave out carrots for the reindeer. Like we go all in, and it's just so much fun to see that wonderment. And so definitely embrace that. And I'm so glad you are. And I love that your daughter's, I love that you're seeing her faith, your daughter's faith in that. And that's what, just keep doing that. I think that it's wonderful to see.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. All right.
I like it.
Matthew Serta, what is the lamest thing you've ever done on New Year's Eve? Went to bed early, cannot be an answer.
It wasn't lame, but it was really funny. After we finished our show, me, our music director, Dave, and Toby were in an elevator headed back up to the dressing room, and we heard them count down like 3, 2, 1. And Toby just turns to us and goes, Happy New Year, fellas. And just like shook each of our hands.
There it is.
I was like, well, I was in an elevator. But I can get reclusive sometimes, even though I'm an extrovert by nature. And so for the year 2000, going from 99 into 2000, all these parties happened and that my friends were throwing. And obviously, it was a big deal. People were scared and, some people were excited by the times. And there were so many parties going on that I kind of told everybody maybe. And then my mom went out and my brother went to a party and I sat at home by myself and watched the ball drop going into 2000. Yeah, it was just like, I'm not going to do anything. So I just sat there by myself. It was the weirdest thing. Chris?
I mean, for me personally, like I don't really feel like I've ever done anything where I was like, oh, this is just the lamest thing ever.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not real big on going out. I mean, when I was in high school and right into my 20s, yeah, I'd want to go out and I did a couple of things, but I always just do what I want to do. So I've never been like, man, this is really lame. But other people might think it's lame, like when I'm just staying home playing board games till midnight or something like that. Like I totally have fun doing that with friends.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, Chris. I pretty much have spent all of the New Year's I can remember with people that I enjoyed being with. And like you said, like, this year I played Overwatch and Sarah sat on the couch and watched Netflix. But I don't consider it lame because I was hanging out with Sarah, so.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. That's awesome. Yeah, I agree with all you guys. I don't think any of it's lame. I mean, what's kind of funny is since
sitting by yourself at home is pretty lame going into the year 2000.
I don't think so.
No, but
no?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Woohoo.
No, you're okay. You're good.
Sweet.
That's not lame.
I just remember thinking like, oh, the electricity didn't go out. That's so.
Oh, yay, we live.
Fine. All right.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing blew up, so we're good.
Exactly.
Before Piper, Lorna and I would always be on the East Coast, and we would, hang out with either her brother-in-law or one of her family members would have a party or what have you. So we were always somewhere. But it's funny now that we're here and we don't go up to the East Coast, we still celebrate New Year's at 11 o'clock Central Time because we always follow New York time. So we changed it to CNN and watched the ball drop in New York, and then switched it over to local like 5 minutes before midnight Central Time, and then watched the note here in Nashville drop, and then we all went to bed, and it was great. So yeah, I don't think anything's lame. I mean, it's New Year's Eve. It doesn't have to be this ultra hype party every year. You can keep it very chill and not be lame. So
yeah, man,
it's all good.
I like it.
All good. Travis Pospisil, Happy New Year, guys. Hope it's a great year and you succeeded all your resolutions. What are you looking forward to in 2019? We've had resolutions, but now what are we looking forward to? And I guess it could be gaming or it could be anything.
I don't think this is going to happen, but I want it to happen. So our country is so divided and our government is so divided. I'm looking forward to people like being cool to one another. Like, I hope that, like, with all the negativity that's out there, like, I just want people to, like, pull themselves up by their bootstraps and be like, you know what, I don't have to listen to this guy, I don't have to listen to this lady. Like, I can be nice to people. So, like, I want people to take a stand for what they believe in and like, let's be kind to one another. I remember seeing a thing, this is before Trump was in office, but it was like, can we not have a president at all and everybody just promise to be cool? And I'm like,
I saw that too. That was good.
Can everybody just be cool? Let's be cool in 2019.
Can everyone just be cool? Yeah, I love that.
Let's be cool. What you got, Ed?
As we mentioned a couple weeks ago, the Overwatch League is traveling, and it's not all the games are going to be in LA, and they are actually having some games in Dallas this year.
Oh,
and I have my tickets.
Oh,
really?
Yeah,
man.
Nice.
Go to
so Chris and I are going to go see in person Overwatch League gameplay.
Oh my gosh!
Man.
When is that?
Amazing.
It's in April, late April, the weekend of the like 26th or something like that.
Yeah,
sick.
Like that.
Yep.
I love that.
It's funny because I told Sarah, I was like, oh my gosh, the Overwatch League, they're playing games in Dallas this year, and the first thing out of her mouth was, well, you're going, right?
Oh,
Nice.
see, that's why we love her.
Yeah.
She's the best.
And
That's
not
amazing.
only because not every they have especially with the expansion, they have more teams, so not every team's gonna be there, but Dallas obviously is gonna be there, and the London Spitfire are going to be playing there live.
No
Wow.
way.
Yeah.
Dude, that's amazing.
Shoot.
Well done.
That's incredible.
It's gonna be awesome.
I love
That's very
that.
cool.
What about you, Christopher?
I'll kind of save some gaming stuff for later on, but I mentioned earlier about the whole debt thing, so that's something that I'm looking forward to doing is paying down.
That's right.
Just because I get so motivated by all that stuff. And then obviously, the Overwatch League coming here and Ed coming and staying, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait for it. It's going to be, I'm so excited for April to get here. It's insane. I can't explain it. It's going to be awesome.
So
cool.
fun.
That's going to be, that's great, man. What a great idea.
Oh my gosh.
That's perfect. I'm kind of with you, Gabe, and just like, can we just be cool? And I'm I'm so sick of all this bickering and division. I feel like this is the most divided we've been in so long, and I hate it all. I hate politics. I hate everything about it, and I just want everybody to be cool and just be respectful to one another and just help each other out. I mean, I don't want it to be one of those. I feel like we do, but we do a lot of that when disaster hits.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, that's right.
When there's disasters, I feel like we as Americans,
we band together. Yeah,
we definitely come together. But that's it. Like we're not. And what's great though is like if I'm flipping through Facebook or Instagram, I'll see some great inspirational stories, and that's what like gets me going. I'm like, yes, that's the kind of stuff that we need to be seeing more. It needs to be more in the news, and like let's not be all negative Nancy all the time.
Yes.
So it's all good.
I like it.
It'll be another exciting year. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Niebel, it's a new year and it's time for a new catchphrase. So instead of "Oh yes, yes, all," what should the new Hype 2019 opening phrase be that's going to bring in all the 5-star ratings?
Oh,
snap.
We have not changed it since day one, and dude, I don't think we should.
I know. I actually was thinking of a new one, to tell you the honest truth.
Okay, what's your new one?
All right, it goes. Oh yes, yes, yo, yes, yes, yo. You know what it is. It's them kids and wives and 925s, but we are still married to the games. Episode fill in the blank. I was thinking that for 2019.
I think that's perfect.
All right. I think it can
it's
work.
It's better than Farley, har, but that'll work. That's for you.
What the
hell
was that?
Yes. That was for you, Ed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jeez.
I knew that. Happy New Year, brother.
Oh my God.
I have no idea what that
is. Exactly.
Chris, what's your new intro?
What is my new intro?
Yeah, like what do you think it should be?
Shoot, man, I don't know. I'm not the hype man for a reason.
That's it. There it is. That's it. That's his new hype. Shoot, I don't know.
Oh my
Welcome to Married to the Games.
Exactly. Just in case I have to miss, man, y'all got to be ready.
Well, we're ready. Don't you worry.
No, Chris is not ready yet.
You will be.
Okay.
If it's a podcast with just me, we're in really bad shape. Oh, yes, y'all being lackluster is not going to be the worst of it,
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing.
Ed, what do you think it should be 2019?
We got your games here.
Games here. Get your games here.
Get your games here.
It's Married to the Games, say, yeah, man.
Just go retro with it.
Yeah, exactly. I like that.
I love that.
Kids and wives and 9 to 5. Kids and broads and 9 to 5s.
Kids and broads.
Is that what they would say back then? I have no idea.
Kids and Manhattans and 9 to 5. Yeah. Kids and Tommy guns and 9 to 5. Yeah.
Charleston all the time.
Exactly.
Prohibition. There we go. All right.
Prohibition.
Speak easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Kids, wives, and prohibition. Yeah.
My God.
All right. Last one from our boy, Street Team MTTG, Spencer Stapleton. Street Team. I picked up the PS4 Pro, and now I'm considering getting PSVR for Beat Saber.
Come on, baby.
If music licensing wasn't an issue, what song would you want to come to Beat Saber?
Oh man.
Gosh. I mean, just all the Bruno Mars.
That's my answer. Yep.
That's just Bruno Mars, just whatever song they could work out. I don't even care. It could be a slow one. It could be Versace on the floor.
I think just to make you guys sweat, it should be like some speed metal band. That would be amazing.
I already sweat enough.
You'd have Popeye arms by the end of it. It'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Chris McCracken.
So I don't remember if it was in Rock Band or Guitar Hero. I think it was in Rock Band. But there's this song by the Smashing Pumpkins called The Everlasting Gaze. And I wanted to go play that game or that song in particular on the drums so bad. And I feel like if they brought that over to PSVR, that would be amazing. I would love to play that song because just all the beats and pretty much any song that has a really good beat is going to be awesome in Beat Saber. But that one in particular, just the drumming in that, if they could just make those little cubes go to that, I would be tearing it up.
There you go.
Love it. That's it for all the questions. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you guys so much. The question of the week for you guys, we do it. I don't know if we did it every year, but we've done it the last couple years. New Year's gaming resolutions. New Year's gaming resolutions. I'll let you guys think about it. You probably already thought about it, but I'll start with mine. I've got 2. And mine, I'm stealing mine from Chris McCracken from last year.
Oh,
Okay.
And it's funny because Toby, we went around in a circle the other day, and Toby was like, when we were celebrating, and he was like, everybody say your New Year's resolutions, and mine were both gaming related. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I mean, whatever. Okay, next. So I want to play and complete more this year's games. Because last year I kind of like had a mix of the two to complete my 7 games that I beat. I don't think I could do 7 2019 games, but I want to go for 4 or 5 of like
I think that could be attainable.
2019 games that I beat this year. I'll say 5. Doggone it. I'll say 5. My other one is I really want to get plugged in with Lydia and the people down at Vanderbilt Children's Hospital and really make an exerted effort to get down there and play games with some of the kids. I think it's like every first Wednesday or something like that. They do a thing where people can come down and play games with the kids. And I just want to go down there and try to put a smile on some kids' faces, man, and try to get more plugged in with that community.
Gabe,
Yes?
please let me know. Please let me know when that happens because I'll roll with you. I didn't even know that happened. So yeah.
That when
Let
we
me know,
met
man.
with them, when I met with them last year, she was telling me about it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I have to do that." And as you guys
man,
know,
yes.
Wednesday is usually the day I'm leaving, so it might get a little squirrely here at the top of the year with us going on tour. But I really want to make an asserted effort to do that, and I think and I don't know if it's possible, but I'd love to take Amara just so she can experience something else besides this little suburban bubble that we can accidentally
Yes.
fall into and things like that. And so I think that would be something cool.
Let
to do.
me know, man. Just text me.
Yeah.
I'm so in. That sounds amazing.
Yes,
I didn't even know
yes.
that happened. That's awesome.
Chris McCracken?
So my resolution is going to be I would like to. It's something that I might be able to achieve rather quickly, but I would just like to give streaming a bit more of a proper go because I've always done it just intermittently. I would like to get some type of consistency for at least a month or two to see. I feel like that would be enough time to really see hey, is this something I feel like I can do relatively regularly? I'm not looking to become a streamer full time or anything like that. But I would like to just do it a little bit more consistently, especially now that I feel like I've worked out all the technical side and got that all figured out. And then I have this isn't what you were asking about, but I have 2 things I'm looking forward to in the new year or that I'm anticipating in a way. I have a really strong feeling that Death Stranding might actually come out this year.
Ooh.
I don't know why. I'm getting these vibes and these senses that it might be a fall game. So I would really like for that to happen. And then I'm anticipating a PS5 announcement this year too. So
that's definitely happening.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, for sure. Edward, gaming resolutions?
I don't usually make them, but I think maybe this year I would like 2 golden Overwatch guns.
Ooh.
There you go.
How many golden Overwatch guns?
2.
Ooh, that's tough, boy.
I want a Junkrat.
How many points do they cost?
3,000 or something like that.
3,000 apiece.
Okay.
And we just finished the last, and I didn't play much. I played the qualifying games and maybe 10 times. I got 200 points. So
Oh, wow.
But I would like a Junkrat gun and an Ash gun.
There you go.
Ooh, I love that.
I like
see
that,
what happens.
Edward. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see that on the stream.
Yeah,
me
mine.
too.
Router, gaming resolution. Gaming resolutions?
Me
too.
I think, and really just from tonight, from hearing that we were almost at 10,000 at Extra Life, I might try to do an Extra Life stream this year. I would love to try and do that. I think
All right.
would be...
Let me ask you this. You looking for 24 hours? So all solo?
Yeah, 24 hours. You guys just tell me what I needed to do. I've got a Twitch channel, which is hilarious. And
Which is hilarious.
yeah, dude, that kind of really inspired me. We can very easily get to 10,000 next year, and every little bit helps. And I want to be a part of that. I think that'd be incredible.
I love
at that.
that.
So
You heard it here first.
Help me out. Let's do this.
And Johnny Astrolife, say meow.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
He said it
thanks.
out loud, and now you have to hold him
That's
to
right.
it.
Yeah,
That's right.
exactly. That's Mark's got to do Extra Life.
No, that I think that'd be great. And now that it's not like it doesn't have to be on the weekend, I would love it to be during that weekend because that's when like the real hype is anyway.
Yes.
But even if I don't do it that time, the problem is it's such a busy time for Lauren.
Yes,
so,
that's right.
It's just trying to figure it all out. But I would love to. I think it'd be amazing.
I think it's November 2nd this year.
Okay.
So I don't know what that means, but that could
definitely work.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome. I'd love if you did that.
Yeah, man, I would too.
I got to work myself back up to do it because that thing was, and I know I had like throw
brutal.
up and diarrhea going on all over the place over here.
That's right.
With these kids, but that would be awesome.
Right.
So let us know your New Year's gaming resolutions, and we will talk about them next week. Thank you guys so much for being here. 329 in the books. Oh my gosh. This is incredible. I love it. This family's growing, and I can't even stand it. I'm so happy about it.
Nice. I
So
like that.
Onward and upward for 2019.
I like that too.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, yep, onward and upward. I'm not making any promises.
Expectations low.
You hear me throw that emergency brake on before I said something crazy?
Right.
Thank you guys. And by the way, Adam Paith, the Gametographers, Craig Tornquist, those are our top 3 razors for Extra Life. You guys, I've hit you on the DMs already. So there's a hoodie coming, a shirt going out, and a mug going out.
Nice.
We're keeping up our end of the bargain, and me and Ed will figure out who's won these games from the money that we raised last year. And it'll be all on and popping, man. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for sticking with us for another year. Hopefully you'll stick around in 2019 and we can get some more games in, get this community growing, continue to encourage one another. We got that real talk thing going off on the Discord, and people are sharing their life stories, and ain't got to be just about the games, baby. We games in life and games.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
That's right. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm Gabe Patillo. That is Tim Router. That is Ed Placencia. That is Chris McCracken. And we are married to the games, and we are up out this thing.